Yep. So my name is Tanner Ewry-Jensen. I work at the Campus Technology Services Help Desk at Landing Hall. I'm a help desk support specialist. Today I'm showing you how to navigate the CTS self-service client portal. This is where students, faculty, and staff find helpful knowledge-based articles, or we call them KB articles, related to technology on campus and request services we offer. This is where you can create, manage your tickets with us. It is a 24/7 portal, and we will respond during business hours. So I like to start off by showing you guys how you can access that portal. So to start off, if you're on a Windows machine, you can search for Software Center down at the bottom and open that up. If you're on a Mac, you're going to use the Mac Finder icon, and you will use type in CTS App Store. It's a little bit different, just different name. Here, it'll start off by opening up applications. Typically, you'll find it right underneath the saying CTS self-service. And then if you don't want to use the App Store, you will open up Google Chrome. Or your internet browser. You'll either search for SUNY Oswego software, SUNY Oswego client portal in Google. It's typically the first one that pops up. You'll know it's us because in the URL it says oswego.teamdynamix.com. That is our ticketing system. So you can click it here. Alternatively, you can go to oswego.edu/CTS. And if you scroll down, there is a connect with us, the self-service portal. You'll click on the service catalog. So we'll go ahead and get us in here. And typically, I'm going to go ahead and sign out. If you haven't signed into it yet, when you go to this Oswego self-service portal, this is just how I get to it typically. You'll see the sign in button up top. Most of the features and stuff that are in here, articles, knowledge bases and stuff, are locked behind being signed out. So you want to make sure you're signed in. Otherwise, when you contact us, you might see some of the links and stuff be unavailable to you. So you're going to want to hit sign in. Should bring you through a Microsoft SSO. I've already done it, so it's not going to show it. So this is the home page. Here you can navigate from the knowledge base articles, request a service, my tickets, and submit a ticket. You'll see a search bar up at the top and a search bar here. They're identical search bars. It doesn't matter which one you use. Then if you scroll down, you'll see our contact information, popular services, and articles that we've recently created or modified, and then quick links to other things that as soon as we go, that CTS is involved in on campus for the sites. So the first thing I like to do is show you guys how to submit a ticket. This is very helpful. Typically, when you submit a ticket with us, you either contact us by either phone, email, or the self-service portal. If you guys email us, the ticket does lack some information. If you go through the self-service portal, it'll request that information that we might be requesting from you, save us some a little back and forth time, get you squared away faster. So let's go through submitting a ticket. You can pick your preferred contact type. I'm just going to do email for that matter. My preferred contact info. This is just a temp account, so I'm just going to use this one. And then what department you're working in. Unknown, and then your location. This can be very important if we're looking for like networking issues. We have to actually come to you for something. So it's good to already have this information on hand instead of us having to ask you for it. It saves a little bit of time. So I'm just going to put land again, and then 26. So think of this similar to an email. Your short description. This is going to be the subject line. So you can create a ticket saying that I'm having, or let's just do Microsoft SSO sign-in issues. And then you can describe what issues you're having, just using this as an example. So you can say, when I go to sign into Brightspace, apologies. When I go to sign into Brightspace, my phone is no longer receiving text. errors there, that's right. And then you would hit submit. I'm just not going to because I've already submitted this ticket for this account just to show you guys what it's going to look like. So once you've submitted the ticket, it'll say, actually, we'll go through it. It'll say the ticket was successfully created, and you can create another request of this type, view the ticket request you just created, or view all your tickets. So you can click here to view all your tickets, and it'll bring you to this page, and you'll see your tickets. Now from the home page, if you already submitted a ticket and you want to see them, you can just click view my tickets. I'm going to go ahead. This is the one I just submitted. This is the one I submitted a little bit earlier just to get it on here. You'll see that this is the subject line was the Azure MFA assistance and the description. So I've already responded to this ticket, and you'll see that I've responded here. You can respond directly from this portal by clicking the comment, and then you can notify us. You click this. This will notify everybody that's responsible for the ticket, and it'll either shoot you an email. And then when we respond to the ticket, it'll respond in the self-service portal, and it'll email you for notification. So you would just respond with the information that we requested. So it's just campus ID number, and we're just going to put some random numbers, date of birth. We'll just do 10, 10, do 19, 10 for the old person here. And then you'll hit save, and it'll automatically update your ticket with that information, and we'll be notified over email in our ticketing system that you've updated the ticket. This is probably the fastest way to get it, especially if you're having issues signing into Google. If you're able to get the Brightspace and MyOswego, your Microsoft SSO is working, but your Google one isn't. This is a great way to contact us outside of phone and using a personal email address, because this keeps it within the SUNY Oswego email system. Some other things I'd like to show you are our knowledge base articles. You're going to hit explore articles here. We've added a ton of information here that we've created for faculty, staff, and students that can be helpful for getting yourself an answer for students or even yourself that has questions, such as services that we offer to them through courses. It includes information on how to set up Wi-Fi, MFA, printing on campus, and what to do after they graduate. So this is a great resource for students and for faculty. If you get questions from students, you can direct them there. And more than likely we'll have the answer. If not, that's where the ticket will come in handy. You can favorite articles that you like. So I like to just go through one in particular. This is a pretty common one we get, especially with the start of the semester, is going to be the Brightspace TA request. This one's big. Actually, we'll hold off on that one. I like a big one we get for faculty and staff is mapping a network shared drive. This one's pretty common. You guys have pretty recently with the Windows 11 updates, drives aren't necessarily mapped on your computer. You guys can reach out to us, but this is also a way that you can do it yourself without having to contact us. It is pretty quick and easy to do. So from the homepage of the knowledge base articles, we have tons of categories that you can explore. And specifically for this one's under communications and collaboration. And then email and collaboration services. If you scroll down here, should be mapping a shared drive on a Windows computer. We also have the same article for a Mac, so you can click into that. And right now the article is updated for Windows 10 and Windows 11. I do want to know if you are on Windows 10, you will want to submit a Windows 11 request form. I will be going into that here in a second just to show you guys where that is. Because a lot of the links and stuff that we send faculty and staff are coming directly from this site, and some of the faculty and staff use this site. So it's very helpful where it reduces some of the back and forth just to speed up your service time. So specifically for the Windows 11 request, you can use either search bar. You just up here at the top, you can type in Windows 11 request. And it should pop up. Windows 11. There's upgrade requests and the 11 migration information. Just to go on what the differences of the icons are. There's a little drop down if you're looking for something specific. The light bulb is the knowledge base articles. This is just where you're going to find any information that we have on that subject. And the little compass is service catalog. This is where the requests are. So specifically, I want the request, you can just hit submit, or you could have clicked it from the link there and click into it. It'll give you all the information, and we might have links for like the migration information that would go to like a knowledge base article. And then you can click here to upgrade to Windows 11. And this will automatically get the information from you. So that way we can start working on with our desktop team, getting you squared away and upgraded to Windows 11. So you just go through this whole form and submit, and then just wait for a response. And again, you can check them in the My Tickets section. Another big one we get is the Adobe one. This one's good for students and staff. And there's a couple different forms. So we're looking specifically for the request. Hit the service catalog. And I'll just search Adobe. So you'll see a license request for employees, and license request for students. This is good for students if you want to point them in this direction. So that way they have it. This one is, these two are specific to employees and students. And then if you click into the first one here, it'll have both employee and student requests listed. If a student accidentally does the employee request, or a faculty or staff member does the student request, the ticket will automatically be canceled. And you will see that here. I did it earlier because it's a temp account. That when you submit something and it's not meant for you, the ticket automatically will get canceled without us even having to touch it. See here. And the other big one that we've been getting, and this is just to reiterate on it, there's a ton of information for everyone to explore on here, is the CTS App Store request. Due to the removal of admin rights, it's kind of a big subject. This CTS App Store request is subject to change for the name, so just be unaware. But if you're looking to get programs and software installed on your computer, this is normally where you would go to do it. Again, this will be subject to change. The name might change. And this is how we're going to do it. It's just going to be for vetted software that once it's submitted, we'll vet the software, see if it's something that we can approve of, and we'll get it installed if we're able to. The other thing I'd like to touch on is projects. Projects are great for faculty moves and stuff like that. Information on it. This is still fairly new for me. If we're working on a project that requires technical assistance, such as implementation of new software for your department or the campus, or the move of departments from one location to another, such as the move we did this past summer. This is where you might find information on it. Currently, I don't have any. I'm not going to go through one either. But if you're looking to request a project, you can just type it in up here. And there's a project request form. And there's more information on here. It'll definitely read through the information as it'll ask you if there's basically the service request already exists. We do have as many as we can, and when new things come out, we try to get them added. And then you would just submit the request, the project request, and go on from there. And that you would see all that information here. I believe that's everything I want to cover. Everything is here. Is there anything I'm missing?
I think the people search would be good.
People search. Oh, yes. Another big one is the people search update request. This falls under the request category. This is for incorrect spelling of names, phone number changes, department changes, campus address changes, caller ID updates. This is a popular one we get throughout the year. So if anything changes, this is the request you can already submit. It is nice that you email it to us and all the information, but we will just send you the link back to this. So that way you can fill out the information yourself. This is the self-service portal is very, very useful because it applies the information. It'll get that information to the people in our department that need the information for the changes. So this is why we definitely recommend you utilizing it. Let's see, another big one here. I guess one more would be voicemail pen resets. We have articles and knowledges on how to reset your voicemail pen. Just typing it in. You can have, these are request forms for voicemail troubleshooting and setting it. And then this is information and knowledge-based articles on how to navigate through your voicemail setup instructions and how to set up a voicemail. These are just kind of popular ones that we get throughout the year. We do have a lot more. It's just a matter of going through and exploring. And if it's something that you might know off the top of your head, you can always search for it. And if you have questions about anything, or maybe looking to get an article added, something that you might find useful, you can click on questions, click new question, and create yourself a question, and we'll look into it. If it's something that needs updated, anything along those lines, or even an article to be added that you think might be useful for the entire campus. Aside from that, I don't think I have anything else. I know it was a quick and fast presentation, but does anyone have any questions?
When you submit a ticket, there's a space to submit a file or screenshot or image to go with the ticket. Can you only send one screenshot or image at a time? Do
No.
you have to submit a second ticket if you have another image you need to share?
No. So I'm just going to use this here. This is just Excel sheets here. So if you need to select multiple, it might be one at a time individually. If everything is in the same folder, you can hold shift and then hit like the arrows and you can select multiple. So for the sake of that, that's selecting multiple. I'll just go back to my downloads. I'll just do this and hit open. And it should attach this one. And then if you have a different file in a different location, you can hit browse again. And I'll attach this one. And it should attach them both, I believe. You can utilize this as well for images, specifically like screenshots. So you can click here to upload an image. Should I got them here? Pictures. And then got some dumb stuff on here, but we'll do as soon as we go logo. Hit open, and then you can attach the picture directly into here. So if you're looking for specific files, like Word docs, stuff like that, attaching through the attachment, pictures you can add directly into here. And then if you want to add more after it's done, like let's say you forgot something, if you hit leave here, go to view my tickets. Instead of opening up another ticket, you can click into here and click add attachment, and you can add an attachment from either your computer or Google Drive. And this is in the my tickets area itself. Were there any other questions though?
When you submit a ticket request and need to respond to a comment, or you need to get back to them or update them, is the only way to do it by going into the ticket and adding a comment there? Or is there an email address that we could send our
So when you
inquiry to?
when you're signed into the ticketing system, this notifies your email address as well. So any kind of response you see in here should be sent to your Oswego email address as well. So if you're in here and like, you're at home, you're like, oh, I got this email, don't feel like signing in. You can respond to the ticket through the email instead of coming all the way and signing into the self-service portal. So it's just multiple ways to contact us. Either way, whatever you prefer is your preference. Just putting the ticket in through the self-service portal is just the most useful for us. Because like I said, it does reduce some of the back and forth as either the request or the ticket itself request information that we might be asking you. And it saves some time, or in case, you get busy or we get busy, can't immediately get to the ticket, at least we have that information from you, or we vice versa.
Yeah, I'll also add, Mike, this is Amanda at the CTS help desk. When you send an email to us, that also creates a ticket. The only thing that doesn't create a ticket is if you walk in or make a phone call. But if you email us to help@oswego.edu, that will automatically create a ticket within a few minutes, and we'll get back to you that way. When we respond in the to the email you send, you'll get the first one just saying, hey, the ticket has been created. So you don't need to respond to that one, but wait for our response email reply. You'll notice that there is a reply to email address, help-replies@oswego.edu. We don't use that for creating tickets, but we definitely use it when you use the reply function on emails. And that's used so that the ticketing system can update the ticket automatically. One thing we'll note is that there are some hiccups with this where we don't want anyone forwarding or CCing the help email account. So if you'd like to create a ticket and say you want to include other staff members on the ticket, put the help email account in the to address rather than the CC address. And if you'd like to forward something to us, you can forward it to help@oswego.edu. Like say if you have like a spam email, you just want to verify that if it is spam or not, you can forward it to us, but there has been some hiccups in the past where forwarding previous email strings may cause issues with the help replies or help email account.
Thank
So
you.
you're saying I shouldn't CC students the tickets that I create on their behalf or that I create for an entire class? Is it okay to share with them like the serial number or the request ID number that comes with the request?
So, yeah, that's gonna be dependent on you and if you're comfortable with sharing it. Typically, if you added a student or somebody to the ticket, or a student has added you to the ticket, it adds them to the ticket itself. And we can see that in our ticketing system, there'd be an option there and it shows people, so we can either notify you both directly, everybody that you've added to the ticket, or people separately. So the ticket doesn't, our ticketing system does take that into account and gets that added into the system.
Yeah, that can be either, I don't know if you already said that, that can be in the to or the CC. It doesn't matter who else you include.
I don't know if you heard Amanda or not. She said that can either go to the to or the CC. It just doesn't matter.
Okay.
Yeah, it just make sure you're sending it to the help email. I think that is it. If anyone, does anyone have any more questions? And if you have any questions about anything, again, you can submit a ticket, email us, call us, however you prefer. This is just something that I'd like to share with people, just to get them more used to the self-service client portal. So it reduces some of the back and forth and we can get you guys squared away quicker. But aside from that, I appreciate your guys' time. And thank you.
More. More. Stop the recording.